Good early afternoon, everybody. Yes, it is May 1st, and I have my heater going in my little shop. It is chilly outside. It's about 40 degrees and raining. Not what I look forward to in May. Should be more like around 60 to 65 around here, but we had a cold front coming in for a few days. Too cold to work outside. I got a little project we're going to tackle here in the shop. Now, I just replaced the bedroom door in the house, all the framework and everything, took it out, put a new one in, and my lovely wife had this hanger on the back of the door. It had hooks on it that went up and over the top of the door. I do not like them because it does not allow the door to close tight. And it actually pushes on the door and springs the hinges eventually. So I kind of like the hanger. So what I did was cut off the hooks, drilled some holes in it real quick. I'm going to make a wooden backing plate for it to hang it up on the wall. This is something simple and quick to do for a little project this afternoon. She's still in Africa. Won't be back till Sunday, so I'll get that done and hung up on the wall. It's Friday right now, so I should have it done in plenty of time. Come on along while we tinker in the shop for a little bit today and stay dry. Let's get the table saw set up here. I'm going to need that. And let me get some measurements on this thing quick. We need a piece of wood 24 by 12. Don't know if that's going to work. Let me double check. 24 by 11, which I can get it out of this piece. Perfect. So I love the feature of this on this table saw. It's a job site saw, but it has some really nice features. Like I need 24 inches and this only goes out to 15. But you flip this lever under here and you can extend this thing out to 36 inches. Now that says 24 right there. Let's put the tape measure to it and see. Right on the money. Nice. Okay, this is my quick plan. I have this decorative piece of wood here that I saved from another job. I didn't need them all. I'm going to put this on the top like this, and the rack will go on like this. So I'll show it to you when I get a different angle on the camera, but you can pretty much get the idea. I'm going to see if I got some decorative trim to go around these outer edges. I don't want to run the router over this for the fact that this is plywood, cabinet grade plywood, and if I run the router on it, then it'll leave the plywood layers showing, even though I can round them off, and that just doesn't look good. So let's see what I got over on the shelf for some decorative trim. Okay, I believe I got my pieces cut, so we're going to use some 1-inch brad nails and glue to secure these to the sides of this. And just remember, if you're staining something, glue is not a friend to stain. It will not take. So, you want to use enough to work, but you don't want to have it oozing out the sides any more than you have to. And if it does, just use a wet rag and it'll wipe right off. Now there's a little glue on that, so I'll take a little water out of my water bottle and wipe that glue off of there, because I am going to put some stain on here. Okay, let's do this top piece. Just put a little string on there and then spread it out. You want a good contact with the glue. Tight Bond premium wood glue is what I use. Interior, exterior, because it's water resistant. This stuff works excellent for wood. I use it for all my woodworking projects. All right, one more piece to put on here. Always try to glue up your joints too, because you can't nail them usually when you're working with small stuff. You're depending on the glue to hold them corners together. Okay, good deal. Okay, so I got that trim put on. I think it looks pretty good and hides those edges. I can't put it on the bottom, and you'll see why in just a second, but that'll be low enough people aren't going to see it. Because this hooks are going to hang down there and it'll interfere with it. I may be able to get it on there, but all I got left is this piece here. So if I get another longer piece in another project, I'll put it on there. I just want putting something together kind of quick, but I want it to look nice. And then that'll go on there. I'm going to sand down this board quick, stain it up. Then this I'm just polyurethaning and put it on there because it'll stand out white on a darker background. And then we'll put this together and it'll be ready to hang up this evening. Okay, it didn't take much sanding, like I said, because that was already cabinet grade plywood, just needed cleaned up. I did the corners of that rope trim that I put on there. It makes a smoother corner over the end, makes it look like the rope's wrapped around it instead of joints there. So that helps a lot. If I was building this for somebody else, there would be a lot more time in prep, sanding, and stuff like that. Like I say, I got a little gap right here where this corner trim is, but it's hardly noticeable, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's for our own personal use in our bedroom. It'll still look nice when I'm done. Gives a little character. But like I said, if I was doing this for somebody else, this would probably take me 2 days because I'd put on the stain, and then I'd 2 or 3 coats of polyurethane, and they have to be sanded in between and stuff like that. This is not going to get that treatment. It's going to get stained and pretty much polyurethane this so it puts a little bit of color to it, and install it, and that'll be done. Just so I can get it hung up here, and because I needed to hang up our clothes in the bedroom that she had on the back of the door. Okay, let me find some stain and then I'll be back with you. Okay, I dug through all my stain. I found golden pecan. Let's stir this up. Whenever you buy paint, they give these away free a lot of times. Make sure you grab them every time you buy paint. It doesn't hurt to have 5 or 10 of these things laying in your tool drawer because you can never seem to find them when you want them, but they're the handiest things for opening up drawer or cans of paint. Now, for those of you who don't work with stain and stuff much, you do not want to shake this. Always stir it, and stir it good. because if you shake it, it gets bubbles in it. The same way, especially with like polyurethane, you don't want to shake that either, because that'll definitely get bubbles in it. And stain separates, so you need to get to the bottom, and this stuff will stick. It will not shake out of there. So you need to stir it up good. Now when I'm working with stain, I usually always wear gloves, just for the fact this stuff gets on your fingernails and stuff, and you can never get it off. It has to wear off. So, cheap pair of rubber gloves really makes cleanup easy. Use a good foam brush or a very expensive regular brush to do this. Cloth rags work great. I'm going to use these cheap shop towels for this project. It'll work just as good for what I need to do. So let's stain her up. This is a very light stain. So if you want it darker, you leave it set on there a little bit. Don't be afraid to pour it to it, because you're going to wipe it off afterwards. Doing these little rope things are a pain, because you got all these little indentations on here. You got to make sure you get in each of those cracks. By the time I get done doing these ropes, I'll be able to wipe off the top. It'll be as dark as I want it. Definitely a nice project for inside today. As soon as I get done with this, gotta go in the house and switch over the laundry and work on getting the house cleaned up, because the wife will be home Sunday. Today is Friday. Tomorrow I have a wedding to go to. So I won't have much time to work on it tomorrow. And then take a clean dry rag, wipe off the excess. Yeah, that's all there is to that. I'm going to hit the back real quick, only for the fact that it will just help seal the wood up a little bit. We're not worried about anything else. Just helps keep it sealed up. Nobody's ever going to see it. And I'll just wipe her down. Beautiful. Okay, now I measured and found the center here. I'm going to drill little holes, pilot holes to start my screws. Should always drill pilot holes when you're doing stuff like this. It prevents the wood from splitting, and it just makes it so much easier to start the screws right where you want them. Now I didn't tighten that down yet because I want to get the screw on the other side just in case it moved on me a little bit, so we'll double check it. That looks good. Beautiful. Now I used tung oil on that instead of polyurethane. Tung oil will seal it just like any polyurethane will, and I like the color that the tung oil puts on it better. It's still light, but not white bright. Let's find the center here. $11 3/4 is the center. This is right there. Okay, no pencil. Hang on, gotta grab a pencil. You need to know right where the center of this is. Okay, so when I glue this, put some glue on the back of this and layer in place. We're not going to glue this whole thing up real good because there's just so many little turns on it. We're going to get the edges good. Okay, let's layer in place. As soon as I have glue on it, I want to make sure it's exactly where I want it before I lay it down. Beautiful. Now I'm going to use a few brads to hold it in place. There, what do you think of that? Real quick job. Now I take it in and get it hung up, and then I'll show it to you after it's hung. So here's the new door that I put in, and there's my little project that I just did in the shed to hang up our bedroom clothes and a few jackets and stuff on, instead of having it hanging over the top of the door there so it doesn't push out the door. I do not like those hangers like that. Okay, I got that little project done. The door's in, the hangers put on the wall for the bedroom clothes, and a few of the wife's purses or whatever she hangs on that thing. So I think she'll be happy that that's on there. I'm happy that it's not the brackets that go over the door, because it has a tendency to spring the doors out of whack, and then I gotta fix them or replace them or adjust them all the time if you want them to close right. This door has been hung perfect. No matter where you open it and let go of it, it stays. That means it's level, plumb, and perfect. So she just has to paint the doors when she gets home. That's her department, not mine. So with that being said, I think I'm going to call this video good. I have a few things to do: vacuum, clean up the dishes, finish some laundry, make sure the house is in order for her to be home here. And Sunday, today is Friday, she'll be home Sunday around noon. I got to pick her up at the airport in Cleveland. So until then, I hope everybody has a good weekend. God bless.